But when you do have a personal brand, it accelerates that process 10 times more. Accelerates it 10 times more because now the referrals get heard of you. They're going to Google you. When they Google you, just like the dating example, they're going to spend so much time with you. They're going to see who you are. They're going to see so much. Deal done. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another webinar. Now, we have had a crazy week. A lot of stuff has been happening. This morning, I'll give you guys a personal story. I logged on this morning on my LinkedIn, and then boom, it said my account was restricted. Now, this webinar is about social media. It's about how you can use social media in such a powerful way to grow your business. Guys, we live in the greatest era to be alive, but not everything is going to be positive. So I get on LinkedIn, it tells me account restricted. I'm like, what the hell? My heart's beating. Why? Because our whole business is quite reliable on LinkedIn. That's where we get all of our leads. That's where we talk to all of our customers. That's where if our customers search who we are, LinkedIn is the first place they'll go to, and it pops up really well on Google. I've been a big proponent of LinkedIn. Account restricted apparently for something that I've posted, which probably wasn't that bad. But at the end of the day, I'm here to talk to you guys about social media, how powerful it is, how we use social media to grow our businesses. But at any moment, they can take you down. But here's what's very powerful. This is what's very powerful because we create so much content, because we understand distribution. I've started a new LinkedIn under my name, and guess what? I already have so much content. I've already been able to post. I've already made 5 to 6 posts, and I'm gonna double that amount. Even if they reinstate my account, I'm gonna make sure I have 2 accounts going at the same time. Yes, yes, we need to build the footprint. That's what's powerful is they can take your account down, but when you have so much content and you can back it up, you have where your files are, you can from straight away you can build up an account again. And that's why I want to use this as a story. It's a testimony for me. It's like, look, you can't stop this. You take an account down that we've put so much time and effort into building a brand. I had over 3,000 followers. You take me down, I'll build it back up. And that's what this is about, because I'm going to show it as an experiment that it doesn't matter how many followers you have, how many connections you have, as long as you start posting content, the content's going to find the right people. So that's what they don't tell you about social media. Okay, so a little bit of about me. I started my journey on YouTube, putting out content about who I am, just documenting my life. And this is what I built it over to until now. So I started posting content frequently in 2021. We're in 2025. So what, 4 years now? Which is interesting because I didn't even realize I've been 4 years on YouTube and just been really consistent. So guys, you see me here. What we do is we help CEOs build their personal brands. We help CEOs, speakers, entrepreneurs build a powerful personal brand. I gave an example yesterday. I'll give you a quick little story. When I first met my fiance, saw her on the street. She was looking beautiful. I went up to her and, spoke to her, got her number, right? Boom. We leave, we start talking. Guys, this is very powerful. I want you to listen to this. So when you meet someone, let's say you go meet someone out, love, awesome. You go and meet someone and then you guys go home. I get her number. So we start texting each other. Now, what do you do when you've just met someone? She met me on the street. You meet someone, da da da. What are you going to do? You're going to find out more about them. You're going to go and look them up on Instagram. You're going to go and find out more information. So in between, as I'm texting her, well, she told me after, but she was looking at who I like, checking out my Instagram, seeing, of course I had so much content on my Instagram. Great. So yeah, she sees my Instagram. Guess what? As we're talking, I say, hey, like I have a YouTube channel. I'd love for you to check it out. We're in talking stages. Of course, she's interested in me. What's she going to do? Of course, she's going to go on my YouTube channel and oh, let me see more about this guy. Can I trust him? I just met him on the street. Who is he? Of course, right? Boom, she goes on my YouTube channel. What do I have? I have a catalog of videos of me traveling around the world, documenting my life, who I am. I can understand how she'd be now so more attracted to me because it's like, especially the way I talk, boom, boom. But the point is she can go in and look at who I am, what I'm about. She can go and study a catalog of me, of what I've done in my life. And that can even attract, even just by her looking at my YouTube channel without meeting me, she could be like, do I want to go and see this guy more? But because I've got a personal brand at that time, even without a business, I wasn't running a business at that time, I was playing football. Even at that time, I had a personal brand. She can go in and study who I am, what I'm about, what my values are, what I stand for. So by the time we meet on the date, by the time we've met, by the time we're talking, not only does she already feel like she knows me, but she's spent time with me not being in the room. So even the date becomes easier because it's like I can trust him a little bit. Of course, I can see things on social media, but but still, it's your reputation. So your personal brand is just your reputation. It's your reputation. So what does that mean for you? You're a CEO, you're in business. How are you going to get you want warm leads to come to you, or if you reach out to someone on LinkedIn and you want to help them grow their business, or you see an opportunity, high ticket sales is all about trust. You have an offer for $5,000, $7,000, $10,000. The way you get that deal is who's the person who has the most content, who's the person we can trust more, who's the person who's recommended the most. Word of mouth referrals work fantastic. You don't necessarily need a personal brand for word of mouth because you're offering a great service and people appreciating that. They're going to send that to more people. But when you do have a personal brand, it accelerates that process 10 times more. Accelerates it 10 times more because now the referrals get heard of you. They're going to Google you. When they Google you, just like the dating example, they're going to spend so much time with you. They're going to see who you are. They're going to see so much. Deal done. Everything becomes so much more easier when you have a personal brand. And a lot of businesses don't scale at the highest of the heights because they don't have a key person of influence in their business. A key person of influence is similar to what I'm talking about a personal brand. You need in your business a key person of influence. Someone, and this is usually the CEO. It could be someone also within the business, but usually as a CEO, it's powerful for you to be the key person of influence because people trust people. We don't trust brands. So for us to hear from the CEO ourselves, that's where the power lies. So through that journey, we built a podcast. The reason why I talk a lot about a podcast is because a podcast allows you to do what? It allows you to get the content. A lot of you CEOs are extremely busy. You don't have time for it. Right now, I'm in operations. Right now, I'm running a business. I have messages coming through. I have clients coming through. We have things that we are going on extremely busy with projects right now. So I don't have time to go out and create content. I just have a camera recording and that's my content. Or I'm sitting down, let's go do a podcast 1 hour a week, 1 hour a month. What we do with a lot of our CEO clients, and if any of you guys out there who are watching this on YouTube, on all of our global platforms, if you're a CEO, really doing from 1 million to 50 million in revenue, and you are saying, okay, cool, I want to invest in my personal brand, that's what we do. And so we'll put you in a position where it's like, you know, in one day, you're going to have meetings, you're doing things. In one day, you can record 3 podcast episodes all in one go. Not even in one day, in 3 hours, because you're incredibly busy. But that gives you 3 months worth of content. So as you're back in operations doing what you're doing, your personal brand is working for you. You have podcasting content working for your brand, for who you are. And we have so many case studies in this scenario. But that's extremely powerful because a lot of you guys are like, I don't have time for this, but you do have time for this. The reason why a podcast is so powerful because it allows you to work on your business instead of in it. You want to be working on your business instead of in the business. And the podcast allows you to do that. The podcast allows you to sit with other people who are key persons of influence, other people who are in industries, people, maybe potential investors that you're trying to get. You got to think and say, how can we use this podcast to get us to where we want to go? Are we expanding? Are we in growth mode? Are we in whatever mode you're in? Being on social media, having a personal brand, starting a podcast is going to help you get there. As long as you have all your fundamentals in place around your business, you've got the team, you've got everything in place. Now, if we just add digital assets and intellectual property on top of that, that's when you shoot through the moon. Powerful personal brand. So this is a great example of where social media is at right now. It's about social graph and interest graph. We should call it interest media instead of social media. Social media before was more about who follows you, who follows your content, your classmate, your friend, your mom. Now it's about interest media. So I just gave you an example. They restricted my LinkedIn account. Boom, gone. All everything that I've done out the window, right? Temporarily. Let's see. Let's see what happens. But I can start a LinkedIn account right now today, a fresh one, or Instagram account, or YouTube account, even if they've taken me down. And I can get my first video can get 10,000 views, can get 10,000 impressions, it can get quite a lot of views. Why? Because it's all about what people are interested in. It's so powerful, guys. And it comes even back to spirituality and life. It comes back to manifestation. When you're thinking about something so much, you're thinking about things and you'll think, oh, even some of you guys are thinking, man, I'm struggling with my marketing. I know I need to do it. I know I need to get out there more. And guess what? Then you're scrolling through social media or you receive a message from me or you see me on your social media thing, me talking about marketing and personal branding. And then you say, oh shit, I need that. Yes, this is everything I've been thinking of manifesting. Let me contact him. And then you contact me, then you contact our company, then you get marketing done for you. You're on podcasting, you're out there, you've been thinking about, oh, I've always wanted to start a podcast. And then 2, 3 months later, you're out there leading a podcast, your business is growing. That's the power of manifestation. When you want something so badly, it comes to you. So that's what's happening on social media. Let's say you're an accountant who's watching this, or you're a lawyer who's in this webinar and your client has been like having issues with like, man, I've gotten in trouble or I need to settle this divorce or whatever the case may be. And guess what? You're gonna pop if you're posting content, if you're the key person of influence, if you have a personal brand, if your company has a podcast, or and you're running ads potentially, now someone can find you. So that's what it is. You just what this is all about is how can our customers find us? How can we be more findable? There's millions of people who want your solution. There is millions of people who have a lot of money, high ticket, who want to spend. They just need to know you exist. Think about that. There is people with deep pockets, people who have what you want. They just need to know you exist. And the way they know you exist is by putting out as much content as humanly possible. There's two sides of social media. There's organic and there's paid. We always advise start off with organic, post organic content. Organic should always be the fundamental. Organic, organic, organic. Organic just means, exactly what I just told you, posting on LinkedIn. It doesn't cost me to post on LinkedIn. It doesn't cost us to post on YouTube. It doesn't cost us money to post on our podcast on YouTube and Spotify. We can do it for free. We can go in and upload. That's actually how they make money off us, right? But now, like what we do and clients with budgets, we say, look, let's post this content. Let's see what your customers are talking about. Let's engage with the community. Let's give people an authentic feel into who you are. What's going to happen is people will consume your content over time. People will come in. And then now some of that content that's doing really well that people are resonating with, maybe people are commenting, people are saying, hey, I love that content. You'll be able to see the metrics on the views, what's happening. And if that content is high performing, of let's say you in a podcast talking about the solution you provide, some of our clients, we don't necessarily have to start a podcast. We can do a reality show around them. We just go in and document what they're doing. And once we've documented that, we use that as content. But now here's the thing. Now here's the thing. When you now have powerful content that's done really well, you can now run ads on that content. You can now put a budget, put $20, put $50, and run an ad to a location targeting to specific people. And guess what? They're going to take action on that. Give you an example. In our business, same thing. We have so much content, and that's an amazing thing about what we do. Because of this, because of what I'm talking about, because of becoming a key person of influence, when you build up so much content by documenting things, now when we run ads, we have so many ads that we can run. And so now when we run ads, we target people who are looking for what we do. We had leads come in, for example, I'll give you guys an example. We had a company from Saudi Arabia who are looking to improve their marketing, right? Organically, maybe they wouldn't have found us, but because we have so much quality content, these are people with big pockets ready to spend. And because we have content, because we have a personal brand, guess what? When we have a meeting with them, the person who's having a meeting with me, because they're like, okay, I'm having a meeting with this person, they already know who I am. They already know the name. They can already see it. When they go and Google me before the interview, they can already go find out what I'm about. And is this the right person? So you want to get to a position where before you get in the meeting, it's already a done deal. Before you get in the meeting, it's already a done deal. And then, so now what you want to do is you want to start to get to a point where you sell one to many. And that's something we're working on in our business. What you want to do is sell one to many. A lot of our CEOs that we work with is about putting them up on stage. Because when we put you up on stage, you're one to many. And then not only that, we're creating content in the background. So we're creating content in the background of you on stage, just documenting what you're already doing. Once that's documented, now we can put that as content. And now people are scrolling on their phone. The people you're solving problems for, they're going to see you talking in front in front of a group of people, solving their problems, and it's going to build up their trust because it's like, wow, this person's a key person of influence, an authority. If they're speaking in front of a group of people, you know, so it's incredibly powerful stuff. This is a little bit of the framework that we use. We document the content. Example, let's say you're a keynote speaker. We document that. Document who you are, what you're doing. Then we can repurpose that into micro content, which is the short form pieces of content, right? Once we have that, we distribute that across all social media. And I can show you a little bit. This is an example of a personal brand. Cristiano Ronaldo himself has 335 million Instagram followers. All the football clubs combined have only 184 million. People trust people, not brands. People want to follow people. Um, Steve Cook at Apple, 13.4 million followers on Twitter. Apple, 7 million. We gave this as an example. My personal LinkedIn, I gave this example many times. I started a company page and my personal page at the same time. My company page got to about like 100 and maybe it's on 150 followers. Personal one got to 3,000 followers. 10x'd it. Why? Because people want to follow people. But when they follow you, guess what? You lead them back to the brand. You lead them back to the business because people say, should I build a business brand or personal brand? Build both, but the personal brand will amplify the business brand. Clear example here. Um, Cristiano Ronaldo. He's playing for at this time, whatever team he's playing for, Saudi Arabia, he's playing for a team, right? He has more followers. He's got all the followers. But guess what? Because they follow him, now that they follow him, they're going to go and buy into the club. They're going to go and buy the jerseys. They're not buying the jerseys of him. They're going to go and buy the merchandise and all the things from the club, from the business. So the personal brand amplifies your business brand. So that's why it's very vital to build up the personal brand within a company, have a key person of influence in the company. That's going to have an effect on the business because people are going to buy into the business without me, for example, having to be in the service delivery. I'm the personal brand. I'm on stage. I'm podcasting. Now business is coming in. Some meetings I may have to be in there. Some meetings I don't have to be in there. Some meetings that we have closers who are in the thing, closing the clients because they know the personal brand. Maybe they're saying potentially I can get close to, Sajira, our high ticket offers, you'll be able to get close to me. This is what's so powerful. Anyone doing high ticket, you have a high ticket product or service, it's even greater reason for you to build a personal brand. And why I believe in this so powerful is another great example. Sometimes in business, you may have a team. What happens sometimes you grow, you have a team, and maybe some of your employees could even maybe want to branch out on their own, and they could even try maybe steal the clients that you have, for example, right? This happens all over business. Business is war. Your employee can maybe try and steal your clients and say, hey, look, we can do this for you at a cheaper price. But when you have a personal brand that's so big, your customers are not going to want to leave you. Your customers will probably even come and tell you they're not going to want to leave you because they're not only are you delivering your service, but they're like you. They're into you. They're there because of you. So they're not going to want to leave you, right? Someone can come in and offer a cheaper price, much cheaper, but when you have a personal brand, you separate yourself away from everyone else. You separate yourself from the competition. You don't compete on price. You don't become a commoditized service. You become a premium service because of your brand, because of who you are. So this was quite powerful. We wanted to do a quick one for you guys. We have so many things happening. If you have any questions, feel free to reply to this on YouTube. Send me a message on LinkedIn. My name is Sujiro Rubasha on LinkedIn. I'll give you guys my new LinkedIn account. We in the trenches with it, guys. Oop. This is not my LinkedIn, but this is my LinkedIn. Yes, this is my LinkedIn, guys. Look, you can see just started and boom, look already. This is a new account, guys. I had 3,000 followers on my band account, had so much content, but guess what? We have so much content already. We're already on the move. So yeah, just wanted to give you this to inspire you, to motivate you to keep going, never give up, and we will see you on the other side.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're gonna love that one.